Okay, can we talk about these pants for like a hot minute? Okay, so I just got back from Europe after being there for a month, and if you've watched the previous vlogs, then you know what I was there for. Hint, hint. And right before I was leaving, like literally right before, my Halara order came in, and I just opened the box, dumped the entire order into my suitcase, and just crossed my fingers that I was going to love it, because they were now coming with me on this 1 month trip, taking very valuable weight up in my suitcase, may I add. And honestly, they were even better than I was expecting them to be, actually. I fell in love with them. I got 5 different types of pants, and I wore them for everything. I wore them to travel in on like buses, planes, ferries, trains. I wore them to actually work out in. I wore them to travel and tour around the city in. And now, right now, I'm literally wearing them to lounge in. I also think it's pretty cool when you know what a brand stands for, what their mission is. I don't know how many people really take the time to look into what brands' intentions are with their products, but when you know what they stand for and then you try their products and you can legitimately like feel the mission and their intention in the design of their clothing, that's pretty sick. So if you haven't heard of Halara before, they are a pretty big company, especially on Instagram, so I'm sure many of you have heard of them, but if you haven't, they are way more than just an athletic wear company. They define themselves as a lifestyle brand. And Halara in Greek, this is a fun little fact, actually means take it easy. So that is kind of like their mission behind all of their clothing. It's just like, take it easy, we want you to be comfortable, and they're all about creating clothing for the 365 different versions of you. Whether that is like lounging around, touring and traveling the world like I did it, or you're working out, or you're playing with your pet and then you're grabbing some groceries, which you will understand why I'm referencing playing with your pets later. But it's just made for more than just athletic wear. It's a lifestyle brand, and here, I'll even show you their website. One thing that I had absolutely no idea that they did is like their dresses, shop dresses, and then like let's do party dresses. Like, look at how cute these party dresses are. But then they're comfy material that hugs your body and like shows off the curves in all the perfect ways. And the other thing too is that they have, where are they? The pants. They have denim pants. Same thing, that like fit you like athletic wear would, where it just hugs you in all the right spots and it moves with your body. That just goes to show that like they've taken their mission and then they've really built it into their products, and I think that that's pretty sick. By the way, I have literally only been home for 2 days now, and then I'm back on the road, which is why I'm in a hotel room. But I literally brought all my Halara pants with me so that I can show you how amazing they all are. I just got all athletic wear ones because I work out a lot, and with my Instagram page, I do, and my TikTok page, I just do a bunch of different workout videos. So I was mainly looking at different workout clothing, and then that's how I found out that they do dresses and jeans and just so much more than just workout clothing. So grab yourself some coffee or wine or water, whatever your drink of choice is. I'm gonna give you like a little fashion show, little try on haul to show you how these fit and kind of like talk a little bit more about what I loved about these ones particularly. So let's let's do a fashion show. I literally just worked up a sweat dancing around like that. I had to turn on the AC. So what I love about these pants is they have their Cloudful material. So anytime you see the word Cloudful in front of one of their pants, it literally just means that the material that it's made out of is buttery smooth, light as a cloud, but then it's still sweat wicking and breathable. So these are perfect for in Europe because some of the countries were incredibly hot still, and then some of them were cooler. And I found that these pants worked in both climates. So I wasn't sweating too much in the hot climates, but then I wasn't freezing in the cold ones. So that's what I loved about them. The other thing too is the material. Yes, it's squat proof. I also did a workout in them this morning, so I'll show you clips of that, but just proof that it's squat proof, but it doesn't fall down. Okay, so the material's like hugs your body nice and lightly, but it also doesn't ride up. So if you notice, there is no camel toe. No camel toe with these ones, ladies. So that is another win in my books. Okay, these are the high-waisted drawstring side pocket plain full-length joggers in mauve. And I'm only 5'3", so I'm wearing a small petite size here. They have these adjustable drawstrings at the front to help it fit you better, and then there's deep pockets on both sides. But what I love even more is the fact that there's a zipper pocket inside the regular pocket, and it is deep. Like, you can fit your entire iPhone in there and zip it up and not worry about it falling out throughout the day. That's pretty good. Also, I love the little touch of making the seam at the back heart-shaped. It just gives the backside a little more shape. And the material is still just as buttery smooth and soft as the first pair. Yes, they are squat-proof, breathable, and sweat-wicking. These are the mid-rise drawstring multi-pocket casual cargo joggers in the color Starfish. They also have an adjustable drawstring for a personalized fit, and because I'm shorter, I was actually able to wear them as more of a high-rise. And then there's 6 pockets in total, but just so you know, none of them have zippers. They are incredibly lightweight pants, and they do give you that like baggy, loose fit. Okay, when I was looking at the site, one of the reviews, the only bad review on these pants is that someone said they were loud when they were walking. So for me too, it was not a material I was expecting it to be. It's more of like a slush pant, and I thought it'd be more like a cargo pant. So that was at first a turnoff for me, but then I wore them in France for the entire day, and they were amazing. So first of all, let's just test this sound so you can hear what it sounds like when I walk. Okay, so let's just that's what it sounds. Did you hear that? I don't even know if you heard that. So there is a like slush kind of sound to them, and I don't know if that's going to be off-putting to you or not. It did not bother me at all. It's not even something that crossed my mind when I was wearing them. So I don't know, like if you're like trying to be sneaky and you don't want to be heard, then maybe don't wear these pants. Just a thought.
These are the Patitoff pet hair resistant high-waisted crossover plain leggings in Gull Gray. These are the pants that you lounge around with your pet in and then hop out to go run errands in, because the fabric that it is made out of is designed so that very little pet hair will stick to you, and if any does, you just pat it off easily. The crossover V-shaped waistband makes for a flattering fit, and I always love a high-waisted design for a little tummy control. They have side pockets too, which I always love using for storing my phone in. And I even wore these in Mykonos to do an outdoor workout, and I can confirm that they are perfect for workouts. They don't ride up or fall down or roll over at the waistband. The material is buttery soft, just like all the other pants, and they are highly elastic, making it feel like you're not even wearing pants. So about the material, check out like the knees. Like no, don't mind my sports bra on the ground there. No bagginess around the knees because the elasticity of the material is just perfect around it. That is another reason why I absolutely love these pants. I don't cheap out on your athletic wear or like your wardrobe at all. When you spend a little bit more money, you get premium quality and you end up never wanting to take them off, but then they last you so much longer too. So that's what I love about this material. It's so soft. Oh, it literally feels like you're not even wearing pants. And lastly, we've got the Patitoff high-waisted drawstring side pocket plain full-length joggers in black, because every girl needs a pair of black joggers. These ones also have the hidden zipper pocket within the regular pocket, and it is big enough to fit your iPhone too. These are also pet hair resistant and they are really breathable. I wore them on a travel day from south of France to Greece and they were so comfy. And then even when I got home, I wore them for a treadmill workout and they were great. They didn't fall down and they weren't too hot to be in.
Oh my goodness, that was so much fun. Okay, so final thoughts and like kind of my review on them. So first of all, Halara as a brand, would I buy them again? 110%. And then a second thing I think that you might want to know is, would I recommend them to anyone? And again, 110%. Like I 100% recommend them to you. If you have watched this far, like buy them, buy anything. Like I feel like you will like anything off of the site. I only tried the pants, but I am 100% gonna buy more, and I'm gonna try so much more than just the pants. I was only looking for yoga pants at this point, and now I'm just like, okay, if I love them this much, and I get pretty picky about my yoga pants, then I feel like I'm gonna love everything on the website, which could be really dangerous because their website's so full of products. But I would 100% recommend it to a friend, a family member, or you guys at home that are watching. And then lastly, something that I think that you might be considering or interested in is like, if I was gonna buy again, what would I buy? And I've like already narrowed it down. So I originally found out about Halara because of all of their tennis skirts and dresses. So I don't know if you guys know about them, if that's how you knew about them, but they have these gorgeous tennis skirts. There's so many different kinds, and then they also have a bunch of these tennis dresses, and like they're all so cute and flattering. They like hug you in all the right spots, but then they have this cute little flirty flair about them. Now that it is entering wintertime in Canada, I was like, it just doesn't make sense for me to invest in those tennis skirts and dresses right now, but they will 110% be a purchase in the future. The second thing that I really want to get my hands on is their jeans. So the jeans that are supposed to be like stretchy denim, Like, they look like they hug your curves amazingly. It's really hard to find jeans that like fit you perfectly from top to bottom, and these ones look like they hug all of your curves, just like a pair of leggings would. So I'd be very interested to try their jeans, and they're also at a really affordable price. So that's the second thing I really want to get my hands on. And then 3, I'm gonna get more leggings and more joggers because they were amazing. So I'm just gonna completely revamp my wardrobe with that. And then 4, I never really branch out in terms of like sports bras. Like, I'm really boring and basic when it comes to sports bras. I always just do Nike. This one is actually like a top from Dynamite. I don't know if you guys have that, but it's just a crop top. So if I don't do sports bras, I just wear a bunch of different crop tops from various spots. So I'd be really interested in trying their sports bras and then kind of doing like mix and match sets. So like a little sprinkle of everything is what I would be rebuying again. And when I do, I will make sure I give you another try on haul and honest review. But if you have any questions, message me. But also, if you've watched this long, first of all, congratulations, thank you so much. Like this video if you enjoyed it and found it entertaining. Subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff, and turn on post notifications if you don't want to miss a weekly vlog, because all of my Europe trip vlogs are going to be coming soon. But if you do want to try any Halara products, there is a discount code in the description box. I've also left my sizing for all of the pants, the descriptions for all of the pants, and the links to all of my pants in the description box below. But if you use my support code, A, thank you so much for supporting me. That means a lot. But B, you'll also get 20% off of your order. So definitely save that code, put it somewhere in your notes so that next time you go onto the Halara website and you are ready to press purchase, enter that code, get yourself 20% off, and then you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this try on haul. It was my first one and my first review, and it was so much fun. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in the next vlog.